John here. It's Monday, the 9th of March 2015. I've just emailed to Mike Clement, Area District Commander of the police in the Central Police Station, Auckland, to get him to assist me with the 1/61 Cook Street property. I think he would have ascertained that it's a very serious case that we've got on our hands here. So far, the two registered owners of the certificate of title, not the land, the certificate of title over that block of land has been very quiet. I would have expected them to reply to me, and in commercial Levy contract law, if one person doesn't answer to a claim over a piece of land, the land we're talking about, then there is something wrong with the title of what they have bought as being a transfer and sale and purchase agreement that has been fraudulently put together. It was a fraud when it first started off because they had very much difficulty with the foreclosure on Jamie Peters in 2008. I started on this in 2007 when he started getting into difficulties with his Gulf Harbour properties and also his properties along the waterfront here, including the one I'm in here. So he was 100 million owing to the Westpac Bank, because I got all the figures in my head, and they foreclosed on it, and I went in to stop the sale because I wanted to register our interest as an owner. And this is just one of many blocks of land in Auckland that I'm here for, to investigate the sale of these properties that have no original title to them, that Linz and the Crown have devised their own titles on this land to use it as conveyancing instruments. The lawyers are in trouble legally. So that's why they're quiet on saying nothing. They prefer to say nothing and it will go away. Well, it's over 6 years. It didn't matter how long it took, because one fraud equals all the fraud. Doesn't matter how many hands the title changes. If you know law and land titles, the titles are stacked up on top of each other as it is sold, but it comes from somewhere at the bottom of all the titles. It's seized off. Okay, it started off when the Australians came here to New Zealand and started selling lands without sovereignty. From New Zealand had no sovereignty until the Hapu chiefs made the 1835 Declaration of Independence. That started off legally a contract with this flag that I've been waving around in front of you. Now, from there, the treaty came along. The Treaty of Waitangi was another contract. This flag here is one contract with the 1835 Declaration. It opened up the way between Britain and here in a funny sort of way in Australia. Okay, so it gazetted. You'll see the documents I've just put on my Facebook, the gazetted notice of that legacy. Okay, that's the title I'm going under. And then they came along with their titles from Australia. Those are the titles I'm talking about that have got instruments on them put over our land. Now, I'm proved that the land belongs to us, the natives, with the right surnames, okay? And so we have come along and put another title over the top of that on our land. which supersedes any other titles above it. Okay, this is the one at the bottom. I've put this one here that I'm going up on Thursday with this title, instrument, okay, this instrument, and the certificate here to seize it. Okay, that's the title to seize it, and that's the financial instrument that gives it value. Right? Value, instrument of origination, title, and all the seals of a king. Okay, so the king gets the property back off the queen. Okay, and the queen and the government gets this one, this certificate, over the rest of the country. Okay, that's over the rest of the country because it's a big figure, 970 million trillion, right over the will. Okay, that's over the will. Okay, that's all I have to say, and it'll work the same way as this one we're doing here. That one. Okay, so then you've got the other one that is going up against the police. I'm writing a nice letter. I've written a nice letter to Mike Clement, and because he didn't give me any trouble, he knows what I'm doing. And that one there is on the police. Okay, it's just another levy debtor. So now we've got this one, and we've got three of them. That one to the government, John Key, right? TPP, and TTIP gets that bill. Okay, he gets that bill after this one on Cook Street, and that one there. Okay, so that's Cook Street one. This one is going. Make this public. This was for Doug Rickard Bell. This one. Okay, and the same one is for Simon Roundtree and James Brown for saying nothing. They get this one too. You got two of these on their block of land. Two of them. It's two separate contracts. Okay, so I'm billing him, those two, that, and their lawyer. Okay, the other lawyer is in trouble for not replying to me. Okay, not replying to me. So I'm going to see them tomorrow morning, and I've given them enough chances in the whole 6 years to come and talk to me. They just won't talk to me as an original owner. Okay, they'll just shut their mouths and say nothing. Well, that's not going to work because somebody is responsible for these lands. I was told to administer them for our native people. They still belong to us. The Crown hasn't bought it out yet. They have not bought this place out yet. They've only got these certificates over the land. They've only got certificates over the land. It doesn't say they own it. And they can fizzle out. Okay, those titles we can put new ones on right over the whole country. This one here goes right over the country. That one. Okay, this title certificate of debt instrument goes right over New Zealand. It's going to come out something higher than a trillion. Okay, it's going to come out a big figure. 1 trillion would sound like the right amount underneath the 970 trillion here. It's a big figure, but anybody joining us as members, you own that with the British military. Okay, the British military is responsible to collect the royal revenue, the King's royal revenue, from these notes. So I'm just showing you people in the public that the British military is obligated to this flag. They're obligated to this flag, okay, because that's what it is. It is the military is responsible to collect that debt from these people on Cook Street, okay? They will get the whole thing. They will get the whole lot, okay? Because I'm telling the police this true story, is that the police belongs to John Key's government. The military belongs to these contracts. Okay? The military belongs to these notes and these contracts. Okay? And these certificates of title and courthouse. This belongs to the British government after the 7th of March 2015, when we'll be there, Jamie and I will be there to go with this document and these notes to Scotland Yard and the British military to salvage all this debt from this country. Okay? All this debt from this country. And they will get it. They will get it. It means that all the people I name will lose everything. They will retrieve this, and this, and this. Okay? So this is the new bank in England, run by the military, run by Scotland Yard, and run by the new British government, dual government, with Moai, Pacific Islands, and the world. This is more like the World Bank, okay? The real World Bank. It's a debtors instrument for fraud people, and it's an instrument to recover all the debts and everything stolen by the Queen and her corporate companies that have been corrupting our King's flag. Okay, so that's all I want to say today, is that I'm happy now that I've sent a fresh 4-page, not an affidavit, letter, a letter to my friend Mike Clement, Area District Commander of the Police, Mike Clement. So his secretary, Kim, would have got it now, and I will send, I will go in the morning to take a letter to those boys, Simon Roundtree and James Pierce Brown, Simon Brent Roundtree and James Pierce Brown. Final letter, a final letter to them. Then I will call in to see them on Thursday at 10 AM around about, and then I will go to the bank, the ANZ Bank, and bank that debtors notice to the country of New Zealand, okay, and the world, right through the world, with the Queen's estate, her 66 million acres of land that she says she owns, all her treasures, the gold that's missing, and the estates, her estates, Buckingham Palace, Westminster, Devonport, and other properties that she owns, we are going to seize. And I bank that for Cook Street. Okay, these are going in the bank as debtor instruments of credit to the bank. This is how we start the pound notes off, with our website and the mobile phones tag pay, and that one. Okay, the trillion. These will be banked against the debtors. Now, all I have to do after that is to get anybody who's a debt collector or a private investigator to go and pick it up. Okay, so there'll be plenty of work for that, and they'll come from Britain as well. We're going to, I just got off the phone to Tamati Reid at Rangitukia, to you guys down there. He's Rapata Car was with him, but I want to change my executive around there now, and to rearrange everything I was going to do, because we're going to bring the British military into Rangitukia. That's what these notes are for. We're going to bankroll them with these. We're going to bankroll them with these. We're going to bring them into Rangitukia and to set up the British military. Okay, I'm just saying to the British military, you have to go and get these because it belongs to you and us as partners in business under that flag. Okay, you're going to fly this flag right on your ships. You're going to fly this flag with the new British military flag and this flag and the 4 states of Britain and this Pacific flag. Okay, so that's 5 states 5 states: England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. And this is the 5th state of the world. Okay, it's the Commonwealth flag of the world. So this is going to 250 countries with these debtor notes to dish it out. Okay, dish it out. And we're going to bankroll Scotland Yard and the military and our political party, Moai King William Party. Okay, we're going to do that. Jamie and I will do that when we get there. And I'm hoping that we'll get enough votes to kick everything off in Parliament. If we get enough candidates, around in the 650 electorates, we'll fund the whole lot with these, okay? Because it belongs to everybody. Once you join as a member, you're in, okay? Because I'm going as a candidate in Devonport, England, where I'm setting up the bank to print these notes, right? And so we're going to use electronic notes for the meantime and not use the coins till later. So we'll fund the whole 650 states, electorates, sorry, with the candidates, whoever candidates we get. We're going to have to push it along next month. After I get this block of land sorted, I will go down to Rangitukia and set up our connection here on a piece of sovereign land there. This land here in Cook Street will be sovereign state. Okay, it'll be completely locked off in a federal state cordon, and those people who are tenants there will remain in that cordon space under that. They will be asked to join that. They don't have to, but they'll be better to claim all that, okay? Because they'll have a right. Anybody in the world has a right to claim these because it belongs to everybody, okay? It doesn't belong to me. It belongs to everybody, including those people who will be better off on that land block. And I will sell the floor space of the 115-story building, because I'm into building high-rise buildings as well. So we'll get contractors in from Dubai or somewhere where they can get them up quick, even from China. Would be quicker to get it up. Okay, there's all the means in the world to get them up quick and beautiful. Okay, so we'll get all that underway straight away. As soon as I get this sorted out, that block of land is on its way up. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll make that a sovereign state, and anybody coming in the British side of this deal is now new members with the Free State passports and voting on the mobile phones, so they'll have access to the bank to that fund. Okay, they'll be better off in this system. The tax is what the military and the government in UK will collect the tax off these notes. Okay, they will collect the tax off these notes from the government here, and everybody else we are debtoring, levy debtoring for their crimes. There's plenty of crimes around, the Queen's crimes, okay, the Vatican's crimes, and the Rothschild Bank's crimes. Will seize their property here against that, okay, against that one. The governments in the world will be seized of their property against that are causing the chemtrails, the HARP, frequency earthquakes. We just need to get the complaints. We'll get the complaints in and stack them up against that. And then the militaries will go and retrieve the land and the assets of them in that country, for that country and its people. Okay, not one country taking another one out. They'll be put back in their right place to their rightful people. Okay, so that's how it works. That's how this system works. It's better distributed of its funds. Okay, so that's what I want to say. Rangitukia, the 2 land blocks on the Haho 7B block of land. I'll have a meeting with you people. I'll let you know on Friday that I'll come down and we will have a meeting to fund the project and Tamati to fund the marae on his piece of land. Will make sovereign state, the same as here, and the land block at the motel at Rotten Point will settle those ones out. Okay, I'm coming there to settle you people out, and that's not a problem when you got that going on. Okay, we're going to have some happy people yet, instead of knocking me around. I'm not going to knock anybody around. So I'm expecting to go to Rotten Point and settle the property. If anybody's watching this video there, then it will be done in the right law manner when I go to the police station. Okay, I'll go to the police station. I've already got Mike Bush, the police commissioner, reading the letters from me on the King's title. Okay, the King's title over the world, over this country. So things will change according to the law. Okay, that's all I wanted to say today. Apart from the British military and the Scotland Yard, we'll get to that stage on Friday. I'm just warning the police commissioner that because the police never assisted us all the way through these 6 years plus, we had to fall back on our flag and the British military to come here and look after us, because the police have gone corrupt. They have gone corrupt, and I've been accusing Aaron Pascoe, Detective Senior Sergeant, Criminal Investigator, Aaron Pascoe, of being fraud. And I think I'm right about that, why they shifted him out of Auckland. Okay, so that way we got British watching what I do every step of the way. They're watching what I do for our people's sake. Okay, our people's sake. So anybody doing fraud, you'll got one of these coming. Okay, it's simple. It's simple that if you've stolen something, these will come after you. Right, that's all we do. We just get that, put it in the police station in their country, and let them worry about it, because that's their country. This is our country here. So we're just trying to work with the police, because they're only doing their job, and they can see the fraud better than I can, and I can tell it's a fraud. All you have to do is for the police to say it is a fraud, and leave me to my job as a private prosecutor and judge in the King's Bench Royal Revenue Court of Admiralty. Okay, that's my position as sitting on the other side of the judge in their courts. When I go to England, I will be going to Devonport and go straight into the court in Plymouth and sit opposite the judge in the court in the Queen's Bench. I'll be sitting on both opposite him on the King's Bench court. If they don't like it, I'll go into their other room and sit on King William's estate land, in his King of Hanover estate land. Okay, so I've got every legal right to go there on this flag and put the court cases to retrieve this in there and start the new British UK government off. What happens is, I've been trying to explain to George Lees today. He's a professor and very clever at what he does, but he's not into this mortgage lien stuff and Admiralty. He still wants to accuse somebody, but the thing is, you don't make anything out of accusing people. We're making something out of what crimes they've got. We're converting crimes into cash assets. We're making assets out of them. Okay, we're making collateral out of fraud. Okay, and give it back to the people. That's how we do it. If you like this idea, then all you have to do is swipe your phone across our website, moaipowerhouse.com. MOAI house.com. Okay, and so www in front. So that'll get you onto our website, and you push your flag on your country. If it's England, push the England flag, or Britain, push the flag, and you'll see the site come up with the mobile phone. Then you put your mobile phone, push tag pay, and it'll come up on your screen. As soon as the tag pay comes up, you wipe your phone across like that, and it'll pick your phone number. Doesn't matter, it could be a $2 phone, as long as it's a mobile. Any mobile will do. It'll pick up your number, and then all you have to do then is pick our number, right, to claim that. Okay, to claim that. You don't have to be a financial member to claim that. You just need to register. Okay, that's what I'm saying. For people who want to invest, then they can invest money into it. Okay, and they'll be pretty well off. And the more money you put in, the more you get out of that. Okay, that's what I'm saying. And it'll pour back into communities. That. So when you want to buy a share, it's £25. Okay, anywhere in the world, in your currency, you buy one share. It'll convert at your bank into pound notes, into £25 notes, plus a £10 a year annual subscription fee. So it'll cost you the first time £35, and all you have to do is swipe your phone across, then push your bank to send the £25 to our mobile. Okay, then my phone will ring, I'll answer it, and the money goes straight in. It goes and appears on your phone as being receipted straight into our phone. Okay, and then your shares will be starting earning and picking that up. Okay, your shares will earn more. The more you put in, the more you get out of that, and that, and that. That's just 3 on a land block, one land block of 2.8 hectares. Okay, that's how you do it. If you want to be smart about banks and lawyers and judges and land surveyors, then watch this site. Okay, because it's above the law, not below the law, above the law of a king. Whatever the king says goes. Okay, that's what I'll say to those Scottish, Irish, English and Welsh to form a new government at Devonport in England. You only need one person each to join me and Jamie and Marie Stewart. All we do is make an agreement, open that little government which is immune from Westminster. It has an authority to the King of Hanover and the King of England through me and the Rogans. Okay, so that's just England in this new court. Okay, so if Jeff Foley, HRH Lord High Constable and Magistrate of Roehampton Castle, Geoffrey Ross Foley in Australia, whips over there and comes onto Devonport in the courthouse, where the government is, in the courthouse, then he's got a chance of being the King of England. Okay, because I and Jamie wants to be ambassadors of Britain, UK and Pacific Islands and the world. Okay, we want to be ambassadors to take Britain and their flag and the flag of Britain and this flag around the world. Okay, this one will get you around the world. This one, not the British flag. This one gets you into 250 countries straight away. Okay, so the people in 250 countries, they claim that. Anybody in any country claim that and that from this one block. Okay, over their mobile phone. So people, get your mobile phones going when I say so. When I say so, when you finish this thing on Friday, it's going to be ready to go on the website. Okay, we'll wind the website up and get it going. Okay, because there's a lot of things happening here. Going to happen so quick that we have to go to England. We have to do the campaign for my King William party to get it around in the 650 states. We're going to do it all online, on mobile. Okay, we're just going to fund the thing straight off here and vote on here. You vote on here. We'll do our own voting through TagPay. Okay, we'll do our own voting through TagPay. As soon as you're registered in there, okay, it's only 20 cents a text message. All you have to do is text to us. It'll come through and register. That's it. That's it. That's the bank without a bank. The bank without a bank. Okay, the bankless bank that does it. You can get money straight away out of that. Anywhere in the world, under a rock, under a tree, in the sea, it doesn't matter where you are, as long as you've got a mobile phone. We're going to supply mobile phones to everybody who can't get them. So some of them like their own phones. So, but it's a credit against your debts, right, that you owe, and we can absorb that in advance. So you get a mobile phone in advance. Your own model that you like in your country will be taken care of. Okay, and when you go and join, once you join as a member, right, we get you to go down to the local computer place and buy a phone. Care of us, okay? And then you put all your details in it, and you're hooked up to us. You're hooked up to us anywhere in the world, okay? Jamie and I. So that's what we want to do. We want to stay in that role, and I'll be a king for now. I'll be a king for now until the people say so. And I see Prince Charles was going to take over from the Queen. She can't abdicate legally because she's not a queen as such, but a CEO in her companies, her private companies. So there's a conflict of interest in being in EU Parliament than being in Westminster. She's pulling it to pieces. She's ruining it. And she can't do anything with us being in her road. And Prince William cannot go near this flag. He cannot touch this flag. If he touches this flag, he'll get shot by the military. Okay? If he touches this flag, or anybody's playing with this flag, we can order the military to shoot them, and Scotland Yard, because that's what this flag's for, pirates. It was made for pirates, for our business between us and Britain, UK, government, not the Crown, the government, okay, and the military, okay. So that's what I want to say for now in this video clip, and I hope you're learning a lot from it, and we hope to get our membership up on our mobile as soon as we get financial from this deal, because we are going to reoccupy that land legally. That's why I'm going through it in steps. It's taking such a long time to capture these blue-collar criminals operating in the police, because they were doing private prosecutions in the police and raking the money out with the lawyers and the judges. We're going to catch them out. We're going to catch them out with their fraud when we investigate them. We're going to investigate the investigator. Okay? Can't trust too many people. It's easy enough to do it ourselves on the move. But we'll employ people to go and check properties after this one. Okay? Thank you very much. We'll see you later. Again, when we get more information for you of how everything's going on 1 bar 61 Cook Street, Auckland. And to those two, Simon Roundtree and James Brown, I suggest that you go back to your conveyancing lawyers one more time and get your money back. It's none of our business, but we are in a contract now. You're in a contract. You're in a separate contract with that note on that block. You've got the same bill on you now, so you'll lose everything because you're not saying anything to me. You're not saying. Your lawyer and Aaron Pascoe has jeopardized your position with me in default conviction contract. Okay, you're linked to Doug Rickard Bell's bill on that land. Anything on that land gets deeded. We set the price. Okay, the king sets the price. There's nothing anyone can do about it when you've got the flag and the Admiralty law on your side. You pay for the mistakes. That's arrogance. You're going to catch up with you. Okay, thank you very much. Bye for now. See you later. Auckland, New Zealand.